we're in Sharei, Orah. We're still in Sfirat HaMalchut. We're almost at the end. I'll say, you guys, we have exactly 4 pages left till the end of Sfirat HaMalchut till we get to the Yesod. Maybe we're gonna have Isyata Deshmaya during Sholavim. We're gonna get to the Yesod, and then it's gonna be Mamash. I'm telling you, all of us here. I'm telling you, it's gonna be. We're going up. We're gonna have a bracha in our Yesod. I'm telling you.
Guys, whoever wants to review this person before the Yesod, please take from the first class to this class. Review.
I was planning already to write you guys a summary of the whole Sfirat HaMalchut.
Right.
Okay. So as like a review sheet. Anyways, anytime you see in the Torah the word Amira, Vayomer Hashem, God spoke in the word Vayomer, not in the word Vayidaber, but in the word Vayomer, it's specifically the lashon of this midah of Zot. That means the word Omer, Amarti, Ani Amarti, Vayomer Hashem, is specifically God is revealing Himself in the lens, in the sphera of the Malchut. Vehineni Mefaresh.
So every time He says Vayomer,
it's only Malchut. It's always through the Malchut.
So all the when Hashem spoke.
Vayomer, right? Not in Vayidaber. Most of the times it's Vayidaber. He didn't speak over here. Vayomer Amonai El Moshe Lemor. Whenever you say Hashem's name, always say a pasuk. You always have to understand the word Vayomer. He's telling you only Vayomer right now is the Malchut. It's not the Yesod. It's not Vayidaber, right? Vayidaber. Most of the time it's what when Hashem speaks. Vayidaber Hashem and Moshe Lemor. That's Vayomer. Sometimes you see Vayomer, right? That's the Malchut. Veineni Mefarsh. Rav Yosef G. Katilia says, I'm explaining to you. Ki kol dibur. When you see the word Vayedaber, God is speaking to him through Gvura, through the left column, which is, no, not Vayomer. Vayedaber, he's telling you, is Gvura. So the Gvura it's more Din, it's more Malchut, and that means Moshe got the prophecy at that moment with more trepidation. He got it with more strength, okay? That means it was more serious. It's more Tzad HaNukvi, the more left column. Anything that's left is Nekeva. Left is nekeva, it's female, it's beauty, it's money, it's strength, it's olam hazeh. You understand? Tzad hazachar is the opposite. The right column is silence. It's male. It's being okay with what I have. It's more happiness over pleasure. The left column is more pleasure over happiness. So you understand?
You say it's also chokhmah on the right side.
The right side is chokhmah chesed and netzach. The left side is bina, gvura, and hod. Okay, and each one pours its shefa into the malchut. Malchut, also the yesod, but the malchut is the main. It's called the ship, the onia. It's the boat. Therefore, the malchut is able to have more children because only the sphera that could gather from all the sphirot could give birth to a new sphera.
It's the brecha.
It's the brecha. Bidiuk. It's the pool. Daki kol dibur is gvura, v'hu mi'iskei Torah shebichtav, and this is specifically Torah shebichtav, the Torah that's written, the hasod, and the secret. Torah shebichtav is given mipi gvura. You guys might not have seen it during your learnings, but we always say that Torah shebichtav was given mipi, from the mouth of the. We don't say mipi chesed. We always say mipi gvura, from the mouth of the gvura. It means when Hashem revealed Himself to Moshe, it was always mipi hagvura, and it was specifically done like that because remember I just taught you guys in the shir that people accept authority. They don't accept chesed. You cannot accept chesed. You could love chesed, but you won't accept it. People want gvura. They love gvura. What? They were creating gvura, and they also, human beings, all beings in this world, they crave boundaries. Leadership that makes boundaries. You understand? Unlike chesed, where chesed is just everything is open. Do whatever you want. Right? No boundaries. So the difference between chesed and gevura is boundaries versus no boundaries in life. Which is the same idea of man versus woman. You understand? Where the man wants to give the boundaries and the woman doesn't want to give any boundaries. Why is that? Because a woman is always missing chesed. She's always looking to give the chesed to the family. While the man has too much chesed, and he knows that he needs to put gevura to the children. So then there's always a fight between them. So therefore you need a Torah in the middle, which is the middle column, to say, no, over here you listen to the father, over here you listen to the mother. So you need a izun.
Balance.
You need a balance. You understand?
Equalize.
The father is always more to the right. You know? The father wanting to give a boundary is not that he's gevura. It means that he loves his kid so much, he knows that I have to give him a shater right now. So he'll be better later on. The woman is the opposite. She wants to give the kid everything right now, but then later on, he's going to have nothing. You understand? I'm sorry to the listeners, that governor of California, I don't want to say his name, the bodybuilder, right? So he split his kids, Arnold, I don't want to say, but he split his kids between him and his wife. She was a Kennedy. Mm-hmm. So you see, like, a couple of years later, the difference between the kid that was raised by the father and the kid that was raised by the mother. The kid that was raised by the mother, he's like overweight, he can't get on a bike, you know, he's like... And the kid that heard the father, he's all ripped and he's all nice and he's all, you know, he's set on his way. So I mean, the gevura, for the sake of chesed, is the tzad harait. It's the right side. You understand what I'm saying? The chesed, that means, what am I having now? Now the mommy wants chesed, but then later on, it's what is it giving the kid? Gevura. It's giving him gevura. I mean, you're giving him too much right now. It's just going to ruin him later on, right? That's the secret. Torah she'ba'al peh, lefi Torah she'bichtav, Torah she'ba'al peh, tiken shechem tolazot. Torah she'bichtav and Torah she'ba'al peh is both chesed and gevura. Torah she'bichtav being the za, which is the chesed. Torah she'ba'al peh being the gevura. That means when you learn Torah she'bichtav, the written Torah, without the Torah she'ba'al peh, you only have the right column without the left column. When you learn Torah she'ba'al peh, without the Torah she'bichtav, you only have the left column without the right column. So I'll give you an example. If a person just learns Gemara, so he turns into an overzealous fanatic. He just becomes a crazy person. You understand what I'm saying? Everything is asur for him and just the chachamim, you understand? He has no ruach, he has no spirit. But if a person learns too much written Torah, what happens to him? He just becomes a man of spirit and everything is okay. As long as everybody's happy, everything goes. He could eat in a person's house. It's not kosher, and I'll say, it's okay, you know, it's not to hurt a person's feeling. That's not the way you go. You need to have a balance. You understand what I'm saying? That's the secret. That's what we call the middle, the yesod. That's the yesod. You see? Sometimes you need to be like this. Sometimes you need to be like that. You have to know where you are. Like Rav Ovadia Yosef says, I go to a house that's Shomer Shabbos. It's Shomer Shabbos, right? But this house, I know it's Shomer Shabbos. I don't know, do they serve Bet Yosef meat or Glad kosher meat? And I'm Sfaradi. So Rav Ovadia Yosef says you can eat the meat in that house.
Because they keep Shabbos?
Because they keep Shabbos. You know, they keep Shabbat, you can eat the meat in the house. You understand? Because wants to be machmer, you can be machmer. But at the same time, you have to understand that you have an halacha to keep. And that's the bait. You might sometimes hurt somebody's feelings, but why don't you think that they're hurting your feelings?
By serving you this.
By serving, yeah. Why don't you think of it like that? Why do they get to hurt you versus you hurting them? Is that what I'm saying? Why does it have to be like that? Maybe they're hurting you. Mm-hmm. I have a certain measure of kashrut. I'm your guest. You should cater to me. Why should I cater to you? Yes or no? That's the pshat. Every time Hashem speaks to Moshe, it says Veidaber. Sod HaTorah shebichtav, the secret of Torah shebichtav, Leimor. What's Leimor? Veidaber Hashem and Moshe. It means even when Hashem is speaking to Moshe, Veidaber, it's still Leimor. Leimor is Vayomer. It means everything at the end has to go through the mouth of it. I said Vayomer.
It's not Lamor. I love you, Lamor.
Maybe that's the root. Maybe that's the root. Maybe that's the root. You never know. Maybe that's the root. Yeah. Maybe that's the root. Even when I say Vayomer, he spoke, is Malchus. Vayidaber is Gvura. But even when it's Gvura, it's Vayidaber Hashem el Moshe Le'emor. So even in the Gvura, it still has to go through who? The Malchut, the lens. I like to think of the Sefirot as lenses of glasses.
I like that.
You know, a person who's a glasses guy, he has to think about it like that. Sometimes I see through the red lenses, sometimes through the blue lenses, sometimes the clear. Sometimes I'm nearsighted, sometimes I'm farsighted. And I said everything is a different kind of lens. A sphera is just a different lens. That's all it is. It's not the Ein Sof, God forbid. It's not Hashem.
It's the midot.
It's the midot that Hashem created to reveal Himself through them. Who am I? And what lens? First of all, you have to know what lens were you created through. What lens were you created through? Sometimes you think you're a product of your environment, but you're really not.
If you like,
for example, let's say you're a religious guy and you were born in a non-religious home, and you went through so many tiltulim b'chaim shelcha, back and forth, and you still persevered. You think you're gvura, but what are you really? Chesed.
You came back.
Maybe you're really netzach. Maybe you're victory. Maybe you're chesed and netzach.
Tiferet.
Maybe you're tiferet. Maybe you're the middle column. Maybe the middle column. I know one thing, guys.
But you can be.
We sitting over here.
Netzach shebe.
Tiferet sheba'yesod. No, three is too much. But you could be in the Partsufim. You could say that. I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get into Partsufim. I just want to say one thing. We have to strive ourselves, Sharei Gilulim, to be Za. We cannot be the Shekhinah. Shekhinah is the job of your wife.
How do we get there to that level?
You have to be Za. You have to be a Ruach. If you don't reach the level of Ruach in this Gilgul, you're not going to enjoy Olam Haba. It's going to be a waste to you. A waste.
Give me an example.
An example of a Ruach, I'll tell you an example, a small example. Married men could appreciate this example. You know what a Baal Ruach is? A Baal Ruach is a guy that could hear, okay, you came home from Shabbos. You were late. You were speaking to a buddy. Okay, so what? You kept Shabbos. You accept upon yourself Rabbeinu Tam. Anything wrong with accepting upon yourself Rabbeinu Tam? It's your Mekayim Shabbos L'chatchila. That's the way it's supposed to be, right? Okay, half an hour you accepted Shabbat. You came home, you spoke to a friend on the way, this, that.
That's hour late.
You came an hour late home. Okay, the kids were waiting for Havdalah. You came late, you lost track of time. And the woman attacks you. She rips you into pieces. She rips you a new one. Alright? There's nothing left from you and you're seething. You're seething. You wanna tell this woman, relax yourself. Sure. You're not even relax. Just chill, And then, but you're a Baal Ruach. A Baal Ruach.
You hold back?
You don't just hold back, you control the anger to the point where you don't feel anger. That's a Baal Ruach. He's in control of his Ruach.
Emotion.
Yes. That's a Ruach. How do I know this from? From Pinchas, when he killed Zimri. He got to a point where he changed his lineage. You never find that. Even Mashiach doesn't get to that level. Lahavdil, of course, Mashiach is Yechida. But Mashiach doesn't get to that level. He changed his lineage. You hear what I'm telling you? He just became a new human being.
Transformed.
He transformed.
Metamorphosis.
And he was able to control his ruach. Right?
But he got angry.
It wasn't anger.
He was zealous.
It was zealousness.
It was just like the love for Hashem.
He was in immense fear at that moment.
Yeah.
He was in immense fear. But he knew he had to do it. I'm not gonna do it, who's gonna do it? Pinchas ben Elazar ben Aaron HaKohen Heshiv et Chamati. What's Heshiv et Chamati? He returned my, what's Chamati? Not my mother-in-law, but my anger. My anger. Usually, and I research this because I'm a person.
Good for Hashem.
But we learn from Hashem, from the Atzilut, how I'm supposed to act. I researched this in a very Yesodi way. And I came with one
Conclusion.
One conclusion. The only person that can reach his ruach is a person who's in control of his anger.
Anger is a root for a lot of things. It's the pipes are connected.
But even anger is not the root of the fire signs. It's ego, really.
But it's also
We learned in Sharei Kedusha, anger is just a anaf. It's a branch of ego. But yet, if you're in control of your anger, I'm saying true control. You control.
A lot of things.
The Ariya Kadosh only gave a tikkun for anger to Rav Chaim Vital. In the Shmona Yisrael, in the Kavanot, only into anger. That's it, kas, only kas.
It's connected to Parnasah, to Torah.
Absolutely, because fire is the life. Your organism has to be alive, right? But I researched this and I found out that a person who is in control of his anger is in control of his ruach, and the way to get your ruach is only to conquer anger.
Wow.
It's only to conquer anger.
Yeah.
Because, what do you mean? You have to learn about it.
You
You
gotta
have to learn. Open up a chot and live open mislashiv. Learn 20 minutes a day. Learn about it. You're
You
a
gotta
Jew.
refine.
You're a Jew. That means you have a neshama inside of you. You want to destroy that sense of self. The bad sense of self.
The ego.
The ego inside of you. When you
The anger is the ego.
the anger is a branch of the ego, but it's the main branch of the
So
ego.
it's the start. It's
I
the
will
start-
never
it's
get
the-
angry if I don't have an ego. I will never get angry. You understand? How do you do it? You must learn about it. I learned about it and I found a book for myself. I don't think it's a book for anybody else over here. Maybe it is. I love the son of the Rambam's book, Rabbeinu Avraham ben Harambam.
Rama wrote a book about it too. It's fun.
The Rambam? No, the Ramban.
Rama.
He wrote a letter.
And also which one?
The Rambam's son, Rabbeinu Avraham ben Harambam, he was the Tzaddik Yesod Olam. He wrote a book, Hamaspik Lo'ivdei Hashem. And for me, this sefer really speaks to me. In all the Musar books that I've learned, and I learned Musar. The time that I have open, which is not a lot because I teach from 10 till 4:30 every day, and non-stop.
Safari had it?
Huh? Hamaspik Lo'ivdei Hashem. They have everything. I don't know if Safari has it. Hamaspik Lo'ivdei Hashem. And for me, when he speaks, he speaks to me.
How to conquer your anger?
Now, all Musar books speak about all the midot. But what speaks to you? What gives you the oomph?
The ratzon.
The keter, the tzinor. What gives you the ratzon to change? Do I want to change? You understand? Kaas is the biggest deterrence to the ruach. It's the biggest deterrence.
Especially if you break a kli.
If you break a kli, you have to fast 150 days.
150 is not gonna help.
No. 150 is a sigula or something. Musafi.
What's this called again, Ray?
Hamaspik Lo'ivdei Hashem, the guide to serving God.
What is it a maspik? It sounds like
Hamaspik in ancient in the Lashon HaKodesh means not to stop. It means hamaspik, sufficient.
The guy to what?
It means what suffices me to serve God. The guide to serving God, Rabbeinu Avraham ben Harambam. So it says over here, the Lashon of Dibur and Amira is Tivanet Konet Kol HaTorah. The whole Torah is based on it. V'simanayich katuv ki al pi hadavarim ha'ele karitcha. Read according to these words of Amar and Diber. Diber is the whole Torah. Harei habrit kruta al Torah shebichtav. The brit is written, is signed on Torah shebichtav. Kishi nidresh al Torah shebaal peh. Only Torah shebichtav can be signed, to be sealed when it's on the Torah shebaal peh. I mean, Zah has to build on the Nukva, which is the sixth sphere of Chesed until the Yisod, must rest on the Malchus. Everything must go through the Malchus. A human being must be married. If he's not,
can't do all
he has no Shekhinah, he has no Malchut. It's much life and death. You understand? The Gemara in Masechet Brachot, he hints it. It hints it. When it talks about Chizkiyahu HaMelech, Chizkiyahu didn't want to get married. He was willing to die childless. And Yeshayahu HaMelech told him, Met ata velo techiyeh, you will die and not live. Met ata be'olam hazeh velo techiyeh le'olam haba. But in Sanhedrin, it doesn't mention that. Where it talks about who has no chelek le'olam haba, it doesn't mention that a person doesn't get married. some things that Ari took from specific places in the Gemara, because you understand, many people didn't get married back in the day.
Yeah, but what if they tried and like didn't work out?
Just to try harder.
Marry 4 wives.
You gotta try harder.
One
And malaso.
of the best.
And malaso. You gotta try. You have to get married, Rebbe, and stay married. That's the secret.
Stay.
You gotta
Sign
stay
a
married.
contract, yo.
It's not it's a contract of life. It's
Yeah,
a,
you sign a
but I'm
contract.
telling you something even more deeper. You know the Goyim say till death do us part.
Yeah.
Lo aleinu v'lo al
You have a
Yisrael.
part.
For them, till death do us part. Once you're dead,
They're
you're
apart
dead.
each other, right?
No, once they're also alive together, they also depart here and there. But for the Yidden, once you get married, you're waking up with her in Tichias HaMesim. You know that, right? There is no other thing. It's she's with you till Tichias HaMesim.
If she's your right zivug,
Even if she's not.
even if she's not.
If
The
she's
first,
not,
the
yeah.
first one, yeah.
Listen, people will disagree with me, but I remember I learned Sharei Gilgulim. The woman that you married for your tikkun of your neshama, she will wake up for you with you. And I learned this in Torah Lishma ben Ishchai. I learned it in a couple of places. I'm not gonna write here a tshuva for you. I don't have the
Or if you married 2 wives.
Matov Manaim.
Who's
The
waiting?
kasha is if a woman had a husband and he died, and she married another husband.
Tim.
Who does she? That's the kasha. The Ben Ish Chai says I don't know the answer to. That's a kasha, but a man marrying more than one, there's no kasha to that.
It's the last wife, no?
Huh? No, why? Why can't he wake up for with both? I understand, but in Tchias HaMeisim, we're all monogamous people over here, I assume. B'ezrat Hashem. We all wake up with our wife. So you might as well get along with her right now because you're gonna spend Olam Haba with her. You're gonna spend Olam Haba with her. You know? Let's finish the paragraph and we're gonna call it a night. We're almost by Hasot Laila. So he's this paragraph. I'm giving you a rule. Luchot Habrit, the covenant of Moshe Rabbeinu. Ba'aron Amdot, they're standing in the ark. And that's the secret of Sim V'samtem Ba'aron. I will place you in the ark. Torah shebichtav, Torah sheba'al peh, only Torah shebichtav za Chesed until Yisod could only be learned through the Malchus, which is Torah sheba'al peh. Lefi sheheichal Torah shebichtav here Torah sheba'al peh. The Torah shebichtav, which is the written Torah, is in the ark.
Inside.
So when I'm touching the Aron HaKodesh, what am I really touching? I'm touching a revelation of the which Sfira? Malchut. When I'm taking out the Sefer Torah from the Eicha, I'm taking out Zah. Wow. Isn't that a different meaning of Hotza'at Sefer Torah and Pitichat Eicha?
And what about the Rimonim?
That's the Chasadim Gvurot.
It's beautiful, right?
How can we call it Keter?
It's called Keter Torah because the Da'at is the Keter of Zah. Da'at is Keter of Zah.
No.
Yes, that's why I wanted to put on one of my Rimonim, Chasadim. The one you wrote, one was with sapphire,
Crystal.
right? Someone said one with ruby. Because sapphire is blue, which is Chasadim, and Gevurah is rubies, which is Gevurot. It's just a dream. It's just a dream.
We're gonna make it a reality.
We're gonna try to make it into a reality. And I'm telling you, the first time I'm gonna put those Rimonim on the Sefer Torah, I'm going to be metaken all the pegamim of Kibud Avaim, which is Sod Chasadim, and you were. Hey, listen, this is Lashem.
You gotta get your money. You gotta get your
You gotta get your own money, man.
After that, you finally can put it, we have to auction it off.
You gotta option it. Exactly.
One
Ushtei
on one
Torot, the 2 Torahs are considered To'amei Tziviyah, like twins of Tziviyah. Tziviyah, twin deers. Right? You can't tell them between a deer. It means you can't tell them between Torah, Shabbat, you can't make a difference between the Torahs, guys.
Isn't it what you call?
Unfortunately, academic people,
They make a difference.
they make a difference, and
But it's
that's
more
why they lose their children to a civil agent. Watch it.
Because they separate.
You know how does they separate between the twin deers?
And
And what's the secret? Don't put down the rabbis. When you're home, even if you have a beef with a rabbi, don't ever speak against the rabbi in front of your kids. It's not up to the kid to know your this,
Rabbi's
that.
right. Rabbi's always right.
I didn't say that.
Number one.
I didn't say that, but don't watch whatever you say in front of whom. You understand? Don't forget there's apikorisut. Apikoris, Gemara Masechet Sanhedrin, Kuftet Kufyud, is a person who says, Maya Hanele Rabbanan, who are the rabbis? Just the saying of who are the Chacham? They're all
Gadaev.
And trust me, I teach kids.
They say that.
They say a lot of it, and they'll hear from their parents. It's all from the parents. Everything. Apikoros. They don't get up in Olam Haba. Not my words, but Gemara Masechet Sanhedrin. Apikoros eno chelek le'olam haba.
So I'm sorry, what you're saying, how is it different from Kiruvim?
Kiruvim? The Kiruvim was on top of the Aron HaKodesh. On top of the Aron HaKodesh. The Kiruvim, we're going to get to that too. Okay? Ve'omer yishakeni min shikot. Oh, I skipped. V'mafrid b'neihen alev nemar. Whoever separates in Torah shebichtav, Torah sheba'al peh, you're separating between the Aleph of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And it's as if en lo eloka, like you don't have a God. If you don't believe in the oral Torah, en lo eloka. He has no Hashem. You have no Hashem. You could have questions. You could ask questions. It's fine. Klal Yisrael loves questions. But when you attack to the sense where I'm not willing to accept the answer, en lo eloka. En lo eloka. A little bit. En lo eloka. What's klal mean? At all. B'chala. En lo eloka. לפיכך בכל מקום שהזכירה התורה וידבר של משה לאמור, אם זו תורה שבכלל שבעל פה, every time we see in the Torah, וידבר השם אל משה לאמור, it's Torah שבכתב ותורה שבעל פה, וידבר is Torah שבכתב, and לאמור is Torah שבעל פה, ואומר, and the Torah says in Shir HaShirim, Song of Songs, ישקני מן שיקות פיו, I will kiss you, the kiss of song, of the kiss of the mouth. When Am Yisrael chatu b'Torah shebechtav v'Torah sheba'al peh, התחיל הנביא מקנטרן ואמר, כי מעשו את אותם מצווקות. When Am Yisrael already started to say, what's the Torah sheba'al peh? It's just, You cannot. It's impossible. That's what I'm saying. The Navi says, if they didn't go against Torah sheba'al peh, they went against Torah shebechtav. Because, the Greeks, the Hellenizers, the Reformers, the Sadducees, were living in their time. You understand? I watch it. I love history. I'm a history human being. I teach history. I saw an interview of an Israeli Shomer Shabbat MK Knesset guy. He's giving a interview to a religious website, Kikar Shabbat. Yoaz Henry, and the guys keep Shabbat. He learns Torah every day. You should see how he bashes the rabbis. It's exactly how Yoshka started. Exactly. I believe in Torah Shebichtav, I believe in Torah Sheba'al Peh, but who are the rabbis that tell me how to live my life? Now, I'm not telling you that means you have to wear kukuli, and you have to wear a black hat. I believe in individualism. I believe every person should dress the way he wants.
But then also
the color hat the way he should be. I believe in that. He doesn't have to dress, he doesn't have to be uniform. I love when I went to a photo shoot with my wife. We went, took 2 hours, found pictures, Baruch Hashem, and we went, and all the kids were dressed the same. And as a thing, I said, don't you believe in individualism? Why does everybody have to dress the same? They have to match. They have to match the backdrop. I don't like it. It's easy on that. I don't believe in that. I believe every human being should learn how to represent themselves in the way that he wants.
That also leads to assimilation.
What? Individualism?
Yeah.
In what way?
You say, I'm different because I'm dressed.
But I believe if a person is individual.
I want to blend in with the public.
I didn't say blend to the public. I said a person is individual.
Yeah, his own
in
expression.
in his own
expression.
In his own surrounding, his tribe. Yeah? What's wrong with it? Why do we all have to wear black hats? I want to wear a brown hat.
Why is it?
You're a perfect example, by the way. You're fighting against what you are. But go ahead, yeah.
No, like police, whatever. They wear a uniform. Why? Because when
you have a job
to, Rebbe,
when you have a job to
do,
when you have a job to do in a chenami, you have to dress according to the job. You understand? But when you
You
are,
have a job
when
to do
I'm
too.
walking outside, yeah, when I wear tefillin, we all have to wear the same tefillin or same tzitzit, emit, einechinami. But when I go out, you understand, and I want to express myself in brown, or in white, or in blue, or in yellow, I can express myself in these colors. You understand what I'm
So
saying?
you can have like a yellow tefillin.
I said just a second ago, tefillin, tzitzit, whatever is mandated by the Torah has to be those colors. But why should, if I want to express, if my kid doesn't want to wear a jacket and a hat, I have to force myself to wear a hat, wear a jacket and a hat. My father never forced me in my life to wear a hat and a jacket. In my life.
When you went to yeshiva, because that's what yeshiva
There they forced.
because that's
Why?
the one, because they want
Huh?
everybody looking.
Because for them, uniformity is that's the main goal. To be everybody the same. So then I lose my sense of individuality. So if I can't express myself, I don't believe in that.
Why can't you express yourself otherwise?
They don't allow it. You know, now you want the individuality? Are you contradicting yourself now? Okay.
Alright.
A person always has to express himself in his right way. You want to wear whatever you want to wear according to halakha. As long as you don't fight halakha.
Today I want to be a lion. I don't want to be.
When I want to be a lion, no. But
Abraham.
Yeah.
Like the percent.
A person has a name. You also have to accept who you are. I'm not saying don't accept who you are. I'm just saying that if you don't, what's Torah Shebaal Peh? I want to ask you, what's Torah Shebaal Peh? Torah Shebaal Peh is Leah or Rachel? I taught you guys made Leah.
Leah.
You guys learned something. It's Leah. What's Leah? There's Reuven, there's Shimon, there's Levi, there's Yehuda, there's
Six.
Issachar. There's 6 of them.
7 with the girl.
6 Sefirot. And the 7 is Bathsheba. Dinah is Bathsheba. She's a 7. Right. Each brother is an individual energy and a revelation. Yosef is not like that. He's Hakol. What's Hakol? Everything.
Because he's from Rachel.
Exactly. Rachel saw the world as a utopian world.
What does that mean?
That means everybody's the same.
That's what I'm saying.
And God agreed with her.
Yes.
No.
No.
He agreed with Leah.
Yeah.
The
Where are you from?
The same.
Rebbe, where are you from?
The same in which way?
Listen, you want to get into a sociological debate right now? Listen, I'm ready to go. I'm just asking, are you speaking in the Kabbalistic point of view or the sociological point of
I'm
view?
trying to.
Individuality is very beautiful, and you believe in it too.
Yeah, he does.
You know what? I believe in both.
No, you believe in individual. I believe in individuality. I don't like the whole uniform.
But I don't. It's. But I'm saying
Why
it's
you
a.
control
It's a
around?
fine. It's a very
Now
fine
let go.
line.
Put your foot down.
Let go, buddy. Let go.
Let's not get personal over
Let
here.
go. Let's go.
It's a fine line. That's the thing.
Control freak, man.
Torah Shebaal Peh is definitely. Listen, you have 100 chidushim from 100 different chachamim that all say the same thing in different ways. I believe in the ways of the chachamim. I love Torah Shebaal Peh. What's Beit Yosef on the Shulchan Aruch? On the tour? What's Beit Yosef? He brings you 20 Rishonim on one halacha of the tour. It's so sweet to see
Okay,
how
but that-
40 different Rishonim
that's
learn the same Gemara.
That's different. You
A
have different point of view, and not all the brains are the
That's
same.
individuality, though. In the Muslim world, it's not like that.
Right.
There's one Quran. They have Mefarshim too, by the way. Don't get them wrong. They have Mefarshim.
They have 1,000 Qurans.
They have maybe 207. They have a couple. No, but they have Mefarshim. Don't think they don't have Mefarshim. But the Quran is the Quran. Quran, Kuf, Resh, Yud, Keri. They all come from the Keri. No, yeah.
Quran.
Quran, Keri. It's Keri. Let's finish the.
Me and Sharei
Maybe we
too.
should take that out of the video, huh, bro?
Yeah, it's okay. You can leave it.
You can leave it.
Yeah.
All right, you're vouching for me.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right.
I don't know. There's a secret still from us.
Oh, we recording?
We said, hello.
Let's finish the paragraph. It says, so when a person puts down Torah Shebaal Peh, he's putting down Torah Shebichtav. Zohar Torah Shebichtav is Zo ve'et
This.
ve'et. And this, Amarta, I shall say, Kadosh Yisrael, the holiness of Israel. Niatzu, you put down. When you put down Torah Shebaal Peh, you put down the Kadosh Yisrael. Was Torah Shebaal Peh. והסימן הכולל לשון דיבור לגבורה. דיבור, but the word דיבור to the גבורה. לשון אמירה, but the word אמירה is to the what? מלכות שכינה. Wow. You know, every time I say Zoy, Tatar, Samsung, in Israel, that's the kavanah, by the way. When a person gets Hagbah, what's the first word we say? Zot Torah. Zot is what? The Malchut. La kama shchinta Malchut. So he has that kavanah to pick up the Malchut when he does the Hagbah. Who has that kavanah? He just wants to show that he's strong.
Father has.
Huh?
And the fry.
Lashem is not an example. It's a small hole in the wall in some place where people think of Hashem more than past than what other. Oh, what's life, everybody? What's life? To think of Hashem. We're in a relationship with God and we don't realize that we're with Him, and He wants to think about Him all the time and be in love with Him. It's Shira Shirin, and we in love with other things.
Yeah, but it's hard to get your mind off there because you're so busy. You're not like busy like in a Torah. That's what He said, be my Torah all day, right? For that reason, day and night.
Well, we know in Lashem we taught about that a person in his work and his thing, he could also be Lashem Yehuda Rosh.
Yeah, but it's not the same as.
Why you say that?
It's even more at work. You don't know how much.
Like, it's like
you don't know how much I pray. I pray more.
I think a person prays more at work than he prays.
Exactly. Every time a customer comes in, Baruch Hashem.
וידבר אלוהים עם משה ויאמר אליו השם. And he's saying וידבר is גבורה ויאמר is מלכות. כלומר בכל מקום שאתה מוצא בכלל וידבר הוא אלוקים, זה גבורה. כל מקום שאתה מוצא ויאמר הוא אני השם, שהוא מידת המלכות בתורה שבעל פה. which is Torah שבעל פה. So let's just summarize. Vayidaber is Gvura in the Torah, and Vayomer is the Malchut, is the Shechina Kedosha. Vayidaber Hashem el Moshe le'mor. The Gvura is mitlabesh inside the Malchut and reveals itself to the reader, to the person who is connecting to it. That's it. And whoever separates between the Vayidaber and the Vayomer, Torah shebechtav, Torah sheba'al peh, he's a person that has no chelek olam haba because he doesn't understand that they come together.
You need both.
You need both? It comes together. That's the secret. Tiferet comes with Malchut, right? Gibura through the Tiferet of Malchut. We're in page Mem Aleph, 41. Torah Sheba'al Peh. Wow, I hope we get to Yesod. What say?
So, Rabbi, I have a question for you. So,
Yes.